I don't know.
I am
Oh, boy.
really, I'm entertaining an employee somewhere.
Spencer, you need to avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded. Skype just told you. Although that message was only up there for like a hot second.
Hey, recording. Okay.
Okay.
You've consented. We've done all our due diligence.
Well, so it also says in Skype that Spencer is recording the call.
Okay.
So you have it somewhere, Spencer.
It does say at the top, "Stop recording." It has. We've gone for 32 seconds. Let's turn on Audacity now too, so we can have our audio saved.
Let's do it. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody good?
Yep, I am ready.
BJ?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, record.
Okay.
Yep, coming through.
I will say that you having your screen sharing on, Spencer, is like fulfilling all of the voyeuristic tendencies in my life. It's good for me.
Oh, okay. All the other tabs are closed. We're not going to go into those right now.
Oh, come on. Just root around a little on your computer screen.
Well, I'm going to have to stop myself because whenever we're recording, I will just go on Wikipedia and just start looking up shit.
Okay, so the best part about this for me is, to a certain extent, that I am floored that you have a machine that is running Windows.
Why?
I don't know. Just I expected you to be, MacBook, Apple things.
I'm cheap. Macs are expensive.
I don't know why I just sent you a screenshot, guys. I'm really sorry.
Okay, we're all fiddling here. We're all recording, so should somebody introduce what the hell we're doing right now, please?
Welcome back to our podcast within the podcast. Pottering around. I haven't done an actual intro for this, but now I think that we're a podcast within a podcast squared, because we are doing our level best to keep sane during this quarantine lockdown, and we are in our Hogwarts escape room mode.
Yeah,
we are in the Chamber of Secrets of our Chamber of Secrets of
oh boy,
Mangum Reads.
Turtles all the way down.
We are in the Forbidden Forest.
Essentially, our theme here is that three students at Hogwarts went out and got way too many lobe blasters, and have now just woken up in the Chamber of Secrets and have to find their way out.
I'm still nursing a gilly water, but we'll get there.
So the other thing that I wanted to ask you, Sarah, as sort of part of our on-brand for the pottering around, there is apparently a online offering of Hogwarts classes, and I just sent you the link on Oprah Mag, but there's basically this fan site where they offer Hogwarts classes for free, and you can take exams in Defense Against the Dark Arts, Transfigurations, and even write your own essays.
How dedicated are you?
I just want to know how you feel about this, Sarah.
BJ, I feel like you just sent me my owl.
You've opened a Wizarding World tour.
I've been waiting for 19 years since I thought I should be getting this owl, and it has finally arrived. The dark days are over.
Well, and Spencer, just for you, Sarah, I can show you the Wizarding World. We'll do a little bit of Disney as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you two enjoy your magic carpet ride, what is this escape room that you found for us, BJ?
I literally have absolutely no idea. Because we are doing the Pottering Around podcast, Google has decided that I am fascinated with all things Harry Potter and Hogwarts related, which is a little bit frustrating because I also use that as like a helpful news feed, and like something happened on Pottermore, and I'm just like, yeah, but like tell me about what's happening in the world, not like the Wizarding World. At least like 50% of the time, maybe. So basically, to help people keep sane, a lot of companies are releasing certain content for free. And so apparently this was paid content on something. And as a friendly gesture, J.K. Rowling is not pursuing the copyright she has on everything quite as penally Yes, and so there are certain things that are being made available to the Muggles.
Mm-hmm.
And we Muggles are very grateful.
Oh, yes. So the way we're doing this is essentially we're trying to do a screen recording through Skype. Have no idea where this recording is going or where I'll find it, but we'll see how that goes. I'll be providing the screen and doing the clicking because as our Hufflepuff member, I've served no other use other than that. Sarah is our stand-in.
Pass it.
Sarah, as our stand-in Ravenclaw, will do the reading and probably a large portion of the puzzle solving, and BJ, as our stand-in Slytherin, will be probably trying to undermine us all for his own benefit.
Or just
We'll see how this goes. Or just judging. We'll see how this goes. But, does everybody have it up? Shall we give it a try?
Yes.
I got it up. So, if y'all have my screen, I will click next and we'll see how this goes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh boy, that's real little on my screen. Hold on. Okay, so we are in the Hogwarts Digital Escape Room. Welcome to Hogwarts. It is your first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and you could not be more excited. You were just sorted into your dream house, and you had dinner with your new classmates. It is time to head back to the common room and get to know your roommates. As you head into the cozy room, the house prefect announces that you have a fun team-building activity to complete before you get too settled into your new digs. The house prefect tells you about a new Muggle trend where they lock themselves in rooms and have to answer puzzles to get out. No magic at all.
Okay, so Percy's the worst, first of all.
Oh, this is definitely Percy running this.
We 100% would not be roommates.
Totally
I would like to point out that they have said that this is a cozy common room, so we are clearly not going back to your common room, BJ.
Not in the dungeon in the bottom of the castle.
No.
No, I've invited y'all back to my common room. We're eating next to the kitchens. It's great. You're visiting House Hufflepuff right now.
We're going to have a snack. We're not taking the snack to bed.
Yeah, the ghosts don't chase us down halls. They bring us munchies. It's great.
I'm pretty sure Hufflepuff would need to invest in like a linen cleaning service because they all eat in bed.
Oh, definitely.
Well, I think the laundry room is probably near the kitchens as well, so this is all coming together.
Hey. Hufflepuffs, they know location. They got this all sorted out fine. But, so, we have apparently been forced by Percy to participate in a Muggle escape room.
Indeed.
This is going to be, unless any of us are coming from the Muggle world, this is going to be very confusing, but we'll work our way through it.
Sure. So next thing you know, the room is completely dark and you hear a door slam.
Ominous.
I feel like we need the LeVar Burton Reed's
Foley work
going on here. You and your roommates are now in a bright circular room with a single door that has a bunch of numbers on the handle. One of your roommates is Muggle-born and has done an escape room before, so they quickly take the lead, explaining that you have to look around for clues.
Yeah, I can do that part. Look around for clues, everybody.
Great. You all search your robes, but none of you can find your wands. As you search for clues, you notice there's a poster on the wall and a small wooden table in the middle of the room.
Okay.
Next screen. Strange black rectangle.
Okay. It's going to be funny.
On the table, you see a strange, thin, black rectangle. You pick it up and it says, swipe up to open. After several failed attempts, you are able to swipe up, but it is just blank.
New escape room rule. When there's a reference to some very clear Muggle technology in a very weird way, take a drink.
Okay.
Perfect. Drinking.
Mm-hmm.
What are we all drinking, by the way?
I'm making the poor life choice of continuing to drink my Israeli brandy. So this will get interesting real quick.
I have 2 Stellas and a Budweiser. I had no idea why it was in my fridge that are sitting on that exact breakfast tray I was talking about earlier.
Excellent. I have a Boodle's British Mulberry Gin that I have with lemon and San Pellegrino. And I have a bottle of cold white wine on the way from my friendly house elf.
Just make sure you don't give him any socks.
Man, these drinks are all very on brand for all of us. Okay. So, my wizarding friends, this is what's called a cell phone. It's a modern bit of Muggle technology. But, let's go with it and see what's next.
Okay. All right. Well, it is blank is where we ended up in this screen. Oh, the conversation. Wait, little bubbles are beginning to appear. The bubbles seem to be a conversation. And then what do we have underneath here on the Wizzy Wi-Fi?
This appears to be a screenshot from a person named Shannon. And
His phone is at a battery of 11%.
Shannon, you really need to work on that right now.
I was gonna say, I feel like we both picked up on that really quickly. It's like, I don't know about that.
Really?
Why would you do that?
Anxiety provoking. And there's an alarm set. What if you lose the battery before the alarm goes off? Oh my God.
This is disturbingly on brand. My phone is at 12% right now and it's the same alarm. Okay. So what is Shannon? What is the conversation with Shannon we have here?
Are you done with reading those books yet?
What books?
I need to borrow them when you're done.
Okay, but what books?
Sizzling Scales, a collection of daring dragon poetry by Fiery Fox. Magical Maps and the Art of Not Getting Lost by Con Pass.
That all?
And oh, there it is. Yep, Sizzling Scales and Magic Maps.
Dragon rhymes plus maps. Got it.
So our first question, how are the bubbles and this poster connected?
Okay, and we have a poster of the Dewey Decimal System. We are in a library related.
And luckily we have our well, not quite resident Hermione, because that 100% would be Spencer, but we have very close to our resident librarian.
Okay. Can we go back up for just a second, Spencer?
Okay. Can do. Top.
Okay, so we've got Sizzling Scales, a collection of daring dragon poetry by Fiery Fox or Foe or something.
Sure.
Magical Maps and the Art of Not Getting Lost by Con Pass, and Sizzling Scales and those
That's
are
just
the
the
same.
two.
So it's just the poetry.
Poetry and maps. So the question is this literature, general knowledge, religion, social sciences, languages?
I'm guessing history and... Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Keep reading through them.
Let's see. Languages, science, technology, arts and recreation, literature, history, and geography. Okay, this feels a lot more like...
Find your way around the library.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if we were trying to fill pieces of a pie and answer certain questions, we'd have, like, arts and leisure. Anyway.
Sure.
Do I click on these?
Poetry, I don't know. The poetry seems to be literature related, but then we have the magical maps one.
Which seems history and geography, right?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be the same one?
Well, I don't think I can click on any of these. So
no,
I think
you just have to click next. Well, so I guess we have to get an answer first, right?
Can it be more than one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, languages seems...
How are the bubbles in general and this poster connected?
Maybe it's just the Dewey Decimal System and you're supposed to run this for us?
What? No, I think it may just be in the general sense in that these are categories of literature or categories of books, and the Dewey Decimal System helps you organize categories of books. It might be that broad.
Literature?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like two answers is right here.
Okay.
Well,
but I don't know.
We can go back for any of these, it looks like. So let's try next and just see what... Hopefully this will put us in the theme.
Let's see what they want from us.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Okay, so what number combination did you try? I think 17.
Okay, go back. Because that would be the two. Okay.
Yeah, so you were right, Sarah. I think it's two of them. The literature and geography seems right.
So
okay, so then that would be 1700.
I agree. Let's give that a try. Hey!
Hooray!
Sarah, so glad you're here.
And the door opens.
This is why we should invite a Ravenclaw to every party.
This is the value that I can bring to the world.
Passwords through... What does it say?
What? You press...
Never submit passwords through Google Forms.
That is very separate from the escape. So, we've opened our giant novelty door with a question mark on it, and...
Yes. Okay, we're going through the door. You and your roommates are proud that you were able to solve this silly puzzle. As you walk through the doorway, you are temporarily blinded by a bright light. The door shuts behind you, and you take a moment to adjust to your new surroundings.
Okay.
We are adjusting? Are we adjusted?
Adjusted? Yes.
Maladjusted.
Oh, God, cash.
The
Yay.
vault. As your eyes begin to adjust to the light, you realize the door behind you has disappeared, and you are now in what looks like a bank vault at Gringotts.
The goblins are not going to be happy that we just walked into this.
To be fair, they're generally not happy about much.
There. Okay.
You are surrounded by piles and piles of wizard money, and the coins shine brightly, reflecting the torchlight from the walls. The scales. As you continue to explore the vault, you find a table with a pair of scales. Each scale is tilted to one side with coins in the tray, while the other side is empty. Maybe if you can balance the scales, you will be able to leave? Question mark?
All
I
right.
seem to have similar problems with punctuation.
Maybe our new rule is if there's weird punctuation, we take a drink.
I'm already ahead of you.
The first scale. You and your friends take a moment to remind yourself how many nuts are in sickles and how many sickles are in a galleon. And so we have to go to a link that is...
Sarah?
Sarah, do you know this offhand?
It's 11 something to a something.
I can pull it up right now.
Hold on.
There it is.
Well, okay. 11 is in there somewhere. Nope.
17 sickles in a galleon, 29 nuts in a sickle, meaning there are 493 nuts to a galleon. This is so British.
Okay. Okay, so wait a second. Let me make sure that, okay, 17 sickles in a galleon, 29 nuts in a sickle. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We can go back when need be.
Yep.
So
The first scale has 7 galleons on its trays. How many sickles should you put on the other side to balance it and make them equal?
I already forgot the number. 17. So
17 times 7?
Yep. So 119?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that seems positive.
After a moment, the room begins to rumble and you can feel the floor shaking. It stops. Your friends and you decide to balance the next scale. You and your friends take a moment to remind yourself how many nuts are in a sickle and how many sickles are in a galleon.
You still need help. All right, so how many nuts should we place on the tray to balance 2 galleons and 2 sickles?
Okay, I'm gonna pull it back up again. It was 493. Yeah, 493 nuts to a galleon. We got, what was it, 2 of them?
Yeah.
Yep, and then 2 sickles, which is 17, so 34.
So okay, so 34, and then two times
986 plus 34.
Yeah, that looks like 1020 to
20.
me.
Yeah, among the options.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Sure.
I don't believe that there's
Uh-oh.
this.
Nothing
our
happened.
Bum,
You and your friends decide to check your math.
All right.
Okay, so it's 493 times 2, which is 986.
Okay. And there's 2 sickles.
Which are 17 each. That's 34.
That should.
Okay. Can you go to
Wait a second. I think it's 20. Isn't it 23 nuts to a sickle?
Yep. 29.
29. Oh, so that's not 34. That's
we were doing 17 sickles to a
yeah,
galleon.
we were doing the 17 sickles. Okay, so then it's 58.
58.
And
so that'd be this one.
Yep, the last one. 1044.
Basic math. Okay.
Well, also remembering that anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot of numbers.
We were right with 17.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, you place 1,044 nuts on the scale and wait. The floor begins shaking and a hole opens, swallowing you and your friends. Moments later, you all land in a classroom. I would like to point out that the picture that they have used for this classroom is very much Muggle desks.
Yeah. Which
everybody take a drink.
Good call.
And they are very much meant for right-handed students.
Oh, yeah, aggressively so. I'm glad that my Harry Potter stand-in is drunk enough that this isn't utterly horrifying, because we just got swallowed by the floor and ended up in a Muggle classroom.
Yeah. Well, let's see where we're going. The classroom.
Are we
This
going to play
classroom-
DDR? What is going on?
There are, for our listeners out there, there are 4 arrows pointing in different directions. This classroom doesn't look like any of the ones you saw on your tour at Hogwarts. You and your friends explore the room, but only find locked doors, some papers, and a large desk with a strange lock on the drawer. The lock has arrows in 4 directions and a mechanism in the middle you can move. Your one friend recognizes it as a directional lock that only moves up, down, left, and right. Maybe the papers hold a clue how to open this lock.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you and your friends, there are some interesting typos in this whole
You
thing.
and you friends.
To take a moment to look through the papers you found. Okay. There seem to be several copies of the same 2 papers. So what does this seemingly parchment have on it, guys?
It is water weathered. Huh.
Yes.
Also, the calligraphy is interesting. I have never seen an O look like that. Anyway, unless it's
study.
Ta study, yes.
Ta-da!
So there are 10 spells. 4 are highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Are all of these actual spells?
Yes.
Okay. Well, our spells that are highlighted are Stupefy, Ascendia, Lumas, and is that Nox?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there weirdos?
Nice.
Okay.
But the other side of it is there's up and down, Ascendia and Descendia.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
But I assume with Stupefy, Ascendia, Lumos, and Nox, there's some wand motions associated with those.
Looks like we got some down here, yes.
There we go.
Yes, a beginner's guide to wand motions.
Okay, so someone make a note of what the 4 are, so we're going to have to keep this on page.
Okay, hold on. Stupefy, Ascendio, Lumos, and Nox. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Stupefy. Where is Stupefy?
Bottom left.
Here it is.
Stupefy. Okay.
So it's to the right.
To the right.
Down to the right.
Okay. Ascendio.
Okay.
Why isn't this in alphabetical order? It's up.
Yeah, so it looks up. Okay.
Yeah, it ends up. Okay. Lumos and Nox are both up and down. Well, wait a second, because Lumos and Nox are both up and down.
Okay, so Lumos is up and Nox is down then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
But that means we've got 2 separate ones that are up.
Yes.
Oh,
which
we get
which
2
is
ups.
fine.
Okay.
So if it's Stupefy, Ascendio,
Okay.
Lumos, and Nox, that would be right, up,
Right,
up, down.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the order that we had?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's give that a try. Hey!
Yay!
Very,
book.
very moldy old book. My allergies are kicking up just looking at that thing.
You pull down on the lock and it opens. The arrows and the 4 highlighted spells opened the lock. You are able to open the drawer, and inside there is a single book. You and your friends all reach for the book.
I'm not. I think
Go for it, Sarah. This seems
Man.
like you're.
I think it's gonna come. I think it's gonna come apart if you look at it wrong.
The book is a port key.
No,
I don't know what that
Spencer,
is.
do you know what port keys are?
no clue at all.
BJ, do you know what port keys are?
I don't, but I'm assuming a key to a portal.
It does take you somewhere else.
Okay. So it's like a permanently enchanted object that will transport you to a set place?
It's frequently temporarily enchanted, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
It actually, what we find out is that wizards use them for transporting like large numbers of people, not unlike that they would use flu powder for individuals or families.
That sounds like it'd be a lot faster and less awkward than flu powder was. Flu powder seemed an awfully dangerous way to travel.
Yeah, port keys are uncomfortable as well. They feel like a fishing hook has grabbed you somewhere behind your navel and is pulling you forward
Ooh.
from there. Yeah.
Oh! Well, I feel like so many aspects of the imagining world are significantly more difficult and painful than the Muggle equivalent, but it's all they know. And they're just, okay, well, how else do you travel other than catching yourself on fire in a fireplace?
Also, port keys are heavily regulated, and you have to get like a license to turn an object into a port key.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of thing to really, emphasize. You're teaching children curses, but port keys? That one requires a license.
Yep.
I mean, it's essentially like public transportation. So
Fair.
it's like belly button buses.
Yeah, and I mean, like, individuals can, I guess, make port keys without a whole bunch of fuss. At least Dumbledore does, which I suppose doesn't actually tell us anything.
Yeah.
But the beginning of book 4, we get a scene with port keys that are around a like large Wizarding World event. So those are very heavily regulated.
Could be a pretty effective trap too, I would think. Is it literally just you touch the object and you're somewhere else?
Yeah, there's a sort of time component on it frequently.
So it's like the weird tour bus.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we've port keyed somewhere.
Indeed.
Oh, this
that's
looks bad.
Quite creepy. Okay, you are in a dim room with a small cot. It feels cold and damp. You hear the lapping of water, and there are bars on the wall. On one wall. Are you in Azkaban?
God damn it, Percy! What have you done to us?
You
Of
and your
course you
friends.
would.
You and your friends slide open the barred door and begin walking around the building. There are rows and levels of cells for prisoners, but you don't see any Dementors, probably because this looks like a very Muggle prison that we're in.
Do I know what Dementors are yet?
No, you're going to learn that in the next book.
Ooh, we have to be careful with spoilers on this, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We'll tell you when to shut your eyes, Spencer.
Can do.
As you make your way outside, you find a sign that tells you where you are. Alcatraz? Question mark. There's some weird punctuation going on in here, guys. Your roommate tells you that it is a famous Muggle prison in the United States that was supposed to be impossible to escape from, but now it is a park that people visit and tour during the day. I would also like to point out that the picture that we get of Alcatraz has the sort of Indians welcome on it, and I literally 2 days ago finished a book that had a scene about Native Americans from the 70s where they like members of different tribes came together to I am blanking on what the verb is, but to do essentially a like long-term sit-in on Alcatraz Island, which I didn't know anything about.
Yeah,
Interesting.
The
So
American Indian movement did that back it was in the 70s, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess two
and
drinks
they were there for like months.
Weird punctuation, and this is what a prison is.
Yeah, they did the same thing at Wounded Knee, which became a bit of a standoff with U.S. authorities.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. The book that I was reading made it sound like the Alcatraz thing just sort of fell apart. Eventually, that it wasn't like necessarily a standoff, which was kind of all the sadder.
Okay, well, we're here. Let's see what we're going to do with
we're
this.
in Alcatraz. The sun is setting, guys.
Uh-oh.
And you can see a boat leaving the small island. It must have been the last tour group for the day. You and your roommates head back inside to explore and see what else you can find. You find
like a great idea.
Sure. This is like horror movie level decision making going on.
Yeah. Now that we've entered House on Haunted Hill, let's see where this goes.
Perfect. You find a large room and a sign that tells you this was the prison library when it held inmates long ago. In it, you find empty bookshelves, a map, and papers with weather information on them. The weather papers list the highest and lowest recorded temperatures for each state in the USA.
Okay.
I'm interested that there's been no comment on the fact that we're just in America now.
Yeah, we are engaging in magic in a way the ministry would probably not approve of.
Yeah. So we have more locks. You continue to explore and come across one locked area, another cell area with combination locks, period. Take a drink, guys.
Drinking.
Did you want a verb, Sarah? I mean, that seems like really, needy.
Asking a lot, I know. The metal bars are kept closed with the help of 2 locks that can only be opened with certain numbers and letters. One lock is red and the other is blue.
My favorite part about this is they have a picture of a lock, which is black.
Indeed. This is the type of lock that you might be seeing.
Mm-hmm.
As it grows darker, you notice a blue glow coming from outside. You all decide to go check it. What about the locks? You all decide to go check it out.
And again, horror movie logic right now. We're in a jail on a locked, isolated island that we got to by magic, and now we're going to look at the blue glow? No, I'm not.
Since when are there trees on Alcatraz Island? Anyway.
None at all. Man.
You follow the light to a building, but the building is barely a building at all. This sounds like a Shel Silverstein poem. The walls are mostly crumbled. The roof is gone. Grass and weeds have reclaimed ground to make a soft floor. There is a metal tube that the blue light is coming from which the blue light is coming.
Oh, sweet Jesus. We're going to get real drunk.
Yeah, everybody takes a drink. The good news is that the drunker we get, the less likely we are to notice the poor grammar.
The punctuation, yes.
Yeah. Your friend explains that the tube is flashlight.
Drinking.
Oh, God.
Also, flashlights don't exist in Harry Potter, so...
Yeah. Again, this is the Muggle friend. He's the
I
one running guides.
Torches.
Yeah.
Oh, God, drinking. We're not doing a Britishism.
But certain clothes and colors shine extra bright with this flashlight. Your friend shouts, for reasons that are unclear, it's a black light. They tell you that black lights can illuminate things that the naked eye might not see. You notice glowing socks and blue teeth. The socks are going to the house elves. Spencer has brought all of the socks, just in case.
I'm actually the prefect. I set this up.
And they're weirdly glowing. Spencer, why is that?
Oh, God. Let's move on.
You all decide to go back inside and see if any new clues appear. This is exhausting.
All right. So let's review. We're on Alcatraz. There is a lock. We have found a black light.
There are 2 locks.
Yeah,
We've just decided to take a UV light into a famous prison and see what shows up.
Oh, all right.
Let's just...
This sounds terrible.
Let's see the spray.
Okay, first you go back to the locked bars and see if the black light reveals anything there. You shine it around, but nothing new appears. You decide to go back to the mostly empty library. As you re-enter the library and you find, oh my God, we've got to take a drink again. As you re-enter the library and find writing, and you find writing that is illuminated across the floor.
I'm only drinking
My favorite part about this is it has full control over the description of what happens, and I like that it describes, you went somewhere and nothing happened.
You turn around.
All right, what does the floor say, guys?
The highest high and the lowest low are only just a part of the show. Look to the map to guide your way, or else locked up forever you'll stay.
Okay.
Are we okay with the grammar here because it's supposedly a poem?
It's got a scan.
It's freeform. It works.
We're allowed to do weird things if it scans correctly. Shakespeare said so.
Okay, so what do we need to remember out of this essentially?
I think highest highs and lowest lows, which seem to be the kind of weather maps.
Do we have and referencing a map
assume it'll
here?
show up shortly.
Yeah.
So temperature maps are probably coming next.
Yes. As you shine the black light over the map, 2 arrows appear.
And they're on the up red arrow is on Idaho, which is complete bullshit, and the red-blue arrow is in South Carolina. So none of this
also
is
bullshit. Very much bullshit. South Carolina is boiling.
How are the map and lists of highs and low temperatures connected? Well, we do seem to know our U.S. geography, which is good. So we have Idaho.
At -60 Fahrenheit.
Okay, which is the red.
So this is the low. Yes, low.
And then we have South Carolina.
Not the lowest low.
No, but that's what they're.
Oh,
but
so
they
it's
did
lower
say
than the
highest
South
highs and
Carolina
lowest lows.
low.
But then they said look to
Yeah, we have a low chart and a high chart. So let's remember the low for South Carolina.
Going to be... No, what? Yeah, the low was South
is Idaho.
No, the low is South Carolina.
According to the arrows.
All right, this is a thing.
I think we're looking at the arrows.
Yeah. Well, let's remember. We can remember both just in case. Okay. But
all right, but the low for South Carolina is
-22.
-22. Okay. The low for Idaho, in case we need it, is -60. Is that right?
But that's also not the lowest low.
But I think it's telling us to look to the map instead of looking for the lowest and the highest.
Okay.
Look into the map. So -22, -60, the ones we got for South Carolina and Idaho. And for highs...
Which, okay, Idaho is 118.
Please tell me they're making up these numbers.
And South Carolina is 113. Okay.
Arizona's been 128?
Okay, so I just want to tell all of our listeners that the lowest high of the entire U.S., according to this thing, is in Hawaii at 98.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Florida, which is,
it's a temperate kind of.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's always hot, but it doesn't have that much of a range on hot.
That's fine. I just, North Dakota is apparent. Anyway.
Okay, so if we're following the low arrow and the up arrow, we've got a -22 for South Carolina and 118 for Idaho.
Yeah, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we got this right.
We can fact check this.
After. Okay, we're getting weird.
Okay,
SC22. Okay,
yes,
so the blue lock has...
I think you have figured it out, so you head back to the lock cell.
Blue and red.
Yeah, the blue lock has 4 wheels to spin for a combination. The first 2 wheels are letters, and the other 2 are wheels or numbers. Which combination do you use for the blue lock, which was the low lock? So
100% should be AK80 anyway.
SC22.
Going forward. It opens.
Yay.
You turn your attention to the red lock. The red lock has 5 wheels to spin for a combination. The first 2 wheels are letters and the other 3 wheels are numbers. Which combination do you use for the red lock?
IO 116 because I don't understand what
it's
that's
ID
supposed to
118.
Be. Well, yes, but...
Oh, I don't know what IO is. The rest of these actually... Well, what would IH be?
IH would be... IH is a state?
No,
I don't think it is. I don't think IH.
IHOP. Still mood for pancakes apparently. Okay, Idaho 118. Hey.
It opens and now there's.
Okay.
It looks like a dorm room.
With bars on the outside, which is not unfair. Okay, the lock opens and you slide open the barred door. You and your roommates all walk through the doorway into the locked room, which seems
like a great idea.
If anything we've seen before, various members of the Wizarding world are exceptionally trusting. So, yeah, this is on brand for them.
That's certainly true.
I mean, it'd be even more on brand if, one of us just randomly passed out a third of the way through, and it's just like, all right, we'll leave them.
Yeah, now the other 2 have to figure out how to deal with it without whatever particular expertise the third person had. As you enter, the scenery around you begins to melt, and you are once again in a familiar setting.
Are we, though? Back to Hogwarts.
You have been transported back to your dorm room. The house prefect is there congratulating you on the excellent job you all did and said your team had the fastest time yet. You and your roommates chat about the different puzzles as you get ready for bed. What a great first night at Hogwarts.
And even with the sarcasm, we won this race. And we're done.
Yay.
Yay.
We drank more for punctuation than puzzles.
On brand.
On brand, indeed.
All right. So, BJ, I think we'll post this or the digital escape room. Anybody else wants to try it? I hope it's different between. Otherwise, we just ruined it for everybody else.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw a different digital escape room at some point when I was looking at them. I don't know if it was this one, because there was definitely like a, here's a video clip to look at. So I don't know if it's this one or a different one that I'd seen. So we probably didn't spoil all the digital escape rooms from Hogwarts.
But if you find another one, I would totally do it with you all.
Oh yeah, and what once we can all travel again and do things together in a group without social distancing, if there is a Harry Potter escape room out there, which I totally imagine there probably are, it would be fun to do one in real life too.
I think that would be nice.
That's
I have
true.
never done an escape room in real life.
We can
really?
take in like a couple cell phones and just do like a live recording.
They might have objections to that.
I am looking at the lock.
Now, escape rooms are fun. I've done one before, and it was quite a bit of fun. So long as once we realized that it was if you had an ability to take notes to compile what everybody else was seeing, do that and assign the person who's actually a capable note taker when you can read their handwriting to do that job. But yeah,
Gotcha.
Yes, what you get to do, Sarah.
Have you ever seen my handwriting?
actually no.
Yeah, but I feel like of the three of us,
I actually had a teacher pull me in front of the class and say, "Spencer, have you relearned cuneiform? Please explain your handwriting to all of us." No, sorry, just messy handwriting, sir. Well, this was an interesting experience.
This wasn't a fun break in the day.
It wasn't as Harry Pottery as I hoped it would be, but it was still fun. And yeah, let's definitely find a means of doing more escape rooms, either digitally or in person. That'd be fun.
Well, I will say that the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has a whole bunch of new trivia and other types of content on it. If we can test the limits of how
if they can limit themselves,
is J.K. Rowling deciding to be right now.
I mean, if they can limit themselves by book, like if they wanted to do trivia the first two books, down. But I figure otherwise, if it's just an open trivia, it'd probably be dangerous for me.
To be fair, we also have not determined what our American Hogwarts houses are.
I don't understand what that
means. The American Wizarding School.
Is there an American Wizarding School?
Yes, there is. Yes.
Does it appear in the books?
Does it appear in the books? I don't know if we actually hear about it in the books. We do hear about other wizarding schools, and in fact, we meet people from other wizarding schools, but I don't think we do from the American school.
Well, it's going to be newer, so there's going to be a hell of a lot less tradition attached to it. It's probably going to have some connections to Salem, because everything wizarding or magic related in the United States apparently does.
It is based on a Scottish tradition. It is called Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizarding.
Where is it?
Hold on.
I mean, if it's Irish, you said?
Scottish.
Okay. I was going to say if it's Irish, it's probably...
Oh, sorry. No, it says Irish Beginnings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, then it's clearly on a railroad somewhere.
I'm trying to figure out exactly where it is. They say it's on Mount Greylock, but I don't know where that is.
I don't think that's a real thing. No, it's a mountain in Massachusetts. So I think you're,
close to Salem, probably.
Apparently in Berkshire County. So I also did find out that there is some amount of Harry Potter tabletop RPG stuff.
Okay.
So that could be, if we're continued to be locked in for way too long, another...
I would love that.
If we want to do our own D&D experience of rolling our own characters in Harry Potter and doing that, I'm down. That'd be fun.
Oh my god, that would be so great.
I am going Hufflepuff hard. Just,
of course,
just charisma, nothing else.
That is... I'm not sure that's Hufflepuff, but yeah, we'll see who we can rope into this. That might be another of our bonus content.
I think that would be great. I like the do something stupid Harry Potter related after you all have done Whiskey on the Weekend. This is good for me.
I mean, recruit Lee, and then we have 4 different houses, because he was Gryffindor, right?
Yes, he is Gryffindor.
So again, we had 4 representative houses. It'd be great.
I was going to say then we have to have
do that.
5 people, but we'll figure it out.
I agree. Let's do this. It would be fun.
Yes.
Let's make that an experience.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right.
Well, this has been odd and fun, guys.
Yeah.
This was a thing. We should do it again.
Hopefully for our new regular podcast of just random Harry Potter stuff that we decided to do online, let's make it a Sunday routine.
I like that a lot. If I would like to have some idea of how long these things are going to take, because I feel like that will dictate our drinking rules around them. But
Yes.
If we're doing an RPG next time, let's figure at least a significantly longer than this one went.
okay, excellent. Well, this has been fun, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was different ending than I expected, but very entertaining.
I think next time around we should have the first chapter of Prisoner of Azkaban, right?
Yes, but this
Well,
might actually
maybe.
get released beforehand. We'll see.
Sometime in there.
Yeah.
Well, if people are desperate to find either more of this Harry Potter content or elsewise, BJ, where could they find it?
So in the Muggle world, there's this thing called the internet.
Everybody take a drink.
Let's go a little more specific. Yeah, true. Drinking. Like second beer already. Okay.
So on mangumtalks.com, we have all of our content, as well as wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever else. We have Mangum Reads, Pottering Around, as well as Whiskey on the Weekend, Mangum Talks TV, and a whole host of other things. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, click contact us at the upper right-hand side of mangumtalks.com. And we look forward to bringing you more wacky world of wizarding Harry Potter content in the future.
All right. Looking forward to it, yeah. Till then.
Okay.
Let me turn Skype off if I can.
Figure out where it's saved.
Yeah.